Hi, this is Stacy Knight Davis. I am the Public Health and Nutrition Librarian here at Eastern Illinois University. And in this video, I am going to demonstrate for you some of the resources that you'll need to complete the assignment requirements for research methods in public health and nutrition. If you've had classes before here at Eastern, you may have used the article search box here on our homepage, and that search works very well for composition or speech communication, but it's not going to be quite specialized enough to find the types of articles that you're going to need for research methods. To get those more specialized tools, you want to click on the Explore by Subject tab and then click on Public Health and Nutrition. And we have 3 different databases here that are listed at the top under Best Bets. These all have different qualities that make them useful. CINAHL tends to be more nursing focused, but there is a great deal of public health and nutrition information in there as well. HealthSource Nursing Academic includes the whole array of nursing and academic health information. And then PubMed is a very, very large biomedical database. It tends to lean more towards clinical medicine, but there's also a lot of other stuff in there that's going to be helpful in this class. For this demonstration, I'm going to show you HealthSource Nursing Academic Edition. So I'm just going to click on that. If you are off campus, you'll be asked to log in with your EIU network credentials before you get to this screen. I'm recording this video on campus, so it didn't prompt me for that. And on this screen, I'm just going to click the orange continue button, and that'll bring me to this screen here. Now, if I was doing this class live, this is where I would ask people for suggestions on what I should search for. Since you all are away from campus, you'll have to drop me an email to let me know what you're working on so I can help you with your projects individually since we're not having a class session. But the main thing here is to play with your topic, try to come up with some different ideas, and explore different interpretations of the concepts that you're interested in. So maybe we're interested in dietary interventions for type 2 diabetes. So we can start out with type 2 diabetes, and it will give us multiple different synonyms for these terms. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one here that's for type 2 diabetes because we don't want type 1. And then we are going to look at diet, and we see here we've got diet or nutrition or food habit or eating or lifestyle or food. And we can go ahead and then run this search. We get almost 10,000 results back, which is way more than we need. So what we want to do now is work on limiting this down to a more reasonable group of results. So we know for sure that we're only interested in academic journals, and that will reduce our numbers somewhat, as we don't want any magazines or trade publications in this. I myself only speak English well enough to read these. It looks like all of these are in English already, so that's okay. We can also look at subjects and see what we have in here. We do have type 2 diabetes as a subject. That'll get us down to 4,000. But we may have some in there that we're interested in that we want to keep. So we'll not mess with subjects right now. We'll see if we can come up with some additional words to work with this instead. So as I'm scrolling through here, I can see I've got some articles coming in about Egypt. I really want to focus this on the United States. So I am going to type in United States or America or US or USA, and then run our search again. And now we're down to just 2,000. So that's quite a bit more specific that we're working with here. We can also decide on adding some additional terms to get it narrowed down even more. Here's one about fiber. What else have we got here? Protein supplements, cardiovascular risk, ultra processed foods. So, several different ways that we could adjust our search more at this point to get a smaller number of results. We could either look at a particular type of foods or a particular nutrient. We could look at different types of education programs. We could look at particular populations. So here we've got Latina mothers. For this, I'm thinking for our first search, we might try looking at protein because that's something I'm kind of interested in, and we'll just leave it as protein. And that gets us down to 220, which is a fairly reasonable number to work through. What we're trying to do here is focus the search enough that we don't have to go through thousands and thousands of articles and get the scope of our project down to a reasonable scope. And obviously, there have been entire encyclopedias written on type 2 diabetes. Millions of articles probably have been written about type 2 diabetes over the years. If you're interested in doing a broad topic like that for this project, you need to find a smaller piece of that issue to work with. So looking at type 2 diabetes with diet in the United States and specifically at protein is what I've used to get this down to a smaller group of results. You could also look at a particular population. So, for example, if I wanted women or female is my keyword instead of protein, now I've got about 500 things to look at. So, what we're trying to do is come up with different ways of looking at the topic. Just as a different example here, we were looking at this one with diet and food. We can do the same kind of thing. Get our type 2 diabetes, and instead, if we look at exercise, United States, and we get 392 here. Now, exercise is actually kind of narrow. So if we come up with some more synonyms here, so exercise or physical fitness or physical activity or exercise therapy, sports or running or swimming. And I'm putting or between these just like it does when it gives us our suggestions so that it'll get any of these words. So now we've got type 2 diabetes, a whole different bunches of types of exercise, and then the United States. And by adding in those other synonyms, now we're up to 675. So if you're not finding enough, you can always add in additional words to expand your search out. If you're finding too many things, you can always add more words or add more lines to the search. So again, we could try adding in a smaller population here. So for this one, let's look maybe at men or males. And that drops us down quite a bit when we specify our population in that way. So just some quick tips here on searching. put all your synonyms together on one line, put your different concepts on different lines. If you're finding too much, add more lines. If you're not finding enough, add more words in the boxes. To find these articles, many of them will be full text right underneath the title of the article here, and you can just click on the full text link and it will bring the whole article up for you. At this point, you can save it, print it, or email it to yourself. When you're printing these, you want to make sure to use the print button that is closest to the article. Oftentimes, if you use the browser print, it won't print correctly. The other thing to keep in mind when you are saving your articles is to make sure that you have enough information to cite that article. So the information that's needed to make the citation will be on the full record screen. So what I did is just clicked on the title of this. That took us into the full record screen. So we've got the title, we've got the authors, we've got the journal here, ethnicity and health. We've got the month, the year, the volume, the issue, and the pages. So you can build your APA citation off of this. If you want to speed up that process a little bit, if you come over here to this little golden ticket icon that says Cite, you can have the database automatically generate a citation for you. Now, this is just a starting point. These citations are not guaranteed to be correct, and they can and do sometimes have errors in them, especially for complicated names where maybe someone has a hyphenated name, has more than 2 initials. It messes that sort of thing up quite a bit. Sometimes it will mess up the capitalization. But in general, this is a quick way to get your authors, your year, your title, journal, volume, issue, and pages and DOI all in one quick step. And then you can go back and can compare to your APA manual to make sure that everything is correct. So for this article, we have what we need to cite it. We can get the full text of the article. If this is one that we wanted to use, we would be done at this point. There are other articles in here that don't have a full text link underneath. There is this icon that says Get Full Text. When you click on these, the system is going to go out and search and see if it can find full text for you or if it's going to need to provide a link for you to request the full text. So for this one, it came back with 2 options. It has look for open access via unpaywall, and it has request via interlibrary loan. You can try the look for full text via unpaywall link. It is not a guarantee. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So for this particular one here, we were looking for the 2023 volume 46 issue 1. And this came back with, that looks like the right title, 2023. Yes, so this does have the full text available here. You can click over here to download the PDF. And this is formatted a little nicer. And then, of course, you can go back to the screen here where we started on this one, and you can get your citation here using the little golden ticket. So for this first one, we were able to get the text using the unpaywall link when we did the Get Full Text. Let's try a couple more of these and see what other things we can find. So here's another one. Try the Get Full Text. Wait for this to reload. We've got another one where it's either unpaywall or interlibrary loan. And we're going to try the unpaywall. And I'm waiting for the window to open. That doesn't seem to be loading, so I'm going to try this again. There it goes. Interesting. That one appears to just go in a circle and not actually load anything. So I'm going to report this as a problem. What you would do at this point, if this was an article that you absolutely had to have, is go here to request article via interlibrary loan. You need to click the box that says that you promise to not share this copy with other people. You need to put in a need by date because it generally takes us about 5 days to fill these requests. So we want to make sure that you're aware of that and you're not trying to get these requests filled the day before you need it. And then click submit. The request is then going to come back here to the library. We're going to reach out to several other libraries to see who has this article that might be able to share it with us. When they send it to us, then we will send it out to you via email. This is a completely free service, but it does take about 5 days usually for us to handle these. Sometimes it can be a much quicker turnaround, but for the complicated ones, it takes longer. So we say the average is about 5 days. So if you need to do this, definitely go ahead and do it. It's a very reliable service. Just make sure you give us enough time to get the article available to you. And again, these will come in on your EIU email. We'll send you a link that takes you out to a site where you can get the article. I'm going to check another one of these because there is a third option and see if I can find an example of that for you. That one's not doing it. We will occasionally have one where the option just takes you to another database and you can click on the link and it will take you to the article in another database. So here's an example of when it's taking you out to another database. So it's got full text available via EBSCOhost Academic Search Complete. We can click that link. It goes out and searches for that article for us. And interestingly enough, it appears that this one is also broken, so I will be getting a hold of our tech person for this and getting this fixed as well. If you run into one of these where it just doesn't work, you can come down here and click Did a link fail, report a problem, fill out this form, and we'll get that fixed. If you're having problems and can't find an article, drop me an email and I can definitely help you out with this. In general, these work better than this. I'm just managing to find all of the problems in this example video. So I expect that when you're doing these searches for yourself, it's going to be running a lot smoother. So just to reiterate some key points here, put all your synonyms on the same line with or between them, different concepts in different boxes. If you've got too many results, you need to add some more lines. If you've got not enough results, add some more synonyms. To get the shortcut on citing these in APA, use the little golden ticket citation thing here. Okay. CINAHL works about the same as Nursing Health Source Academic. They look very similar. It's the same company that distributes both of them. PubMed with EIU electronic journals looks quite a bit different, so I'm going to quickly demonstrate this one for you as well. And I'm going to put in roughly the same search. There's not multiple boxes here, so I'm just going to put it all on one line. Type 2 diabetes, exercise, men, United States. It gets 294 results. And to see if these articles are available, you can click on the title. Oftentimes, you'll find these ones that say free full text PMC. When you click on these, it will bring up the whole article for you, and the PDF is here at the top. If you find one that is not a free PMC article, you see the same Get Full Text icon here that we had over in HealthSource Nursing Academic. It works exactly the same way in PubMed. You wait for it to load up. This one, we do have the full text available through the American Physiological Society. We can click that link. It goes out, finds it for us, and it brings up the article for us so we can get the PDF from here. So that is the process in PubMed. There is not the same quick citation system in here as there is over in HealthSource Nursing Academic and CINAHL. There are some other different options that can be helpful, though. If you find an article that you like, down at the bottom of the screen, there will be similar articles that you can look at. There are also in PubMed some very nice limits for the age of the people that are involved in the study, the type of the study. So there are many different ways that you can limit your searches. So we can look for male and female as options. So for our search here, we had the word men in our search, and we had 294 results. If we take out the word men, we get 2,700. And then we can limit down to male using the filters, and we've got 1,400. So there's a big difference in using the male filter and using the keyword men. Other things that can make a big difference is if you click on the heading over here that says mesh terms, you can see the different medical subject headings that have been applied. So if we look for diabetes mellitus type 2 as a subject heading, and then we also combine that with exercise, and we've still got our male checked off here. By switching over to using the subject heading, we've added in quite a few more results. So there's all kinds of tricks that we can do with these databases to make our searches work better. A lot of these techniques aren't super obvious, so if you do get stuck, again, please drop me an email, set up an appointment so that we can work through these things together. There is a little bit of a learning curve for some of this. In terms of just running a search and getting results, anybody can do that. When it comes to trying to narrow things down to get the specific articles that are going to help you, or trying to refine your topic to get a smaller set of articles, that's where I can really help you out with these. So again, my name is Stacy Knight Davis, and you can find my contact information over here on the databases for public health and nutrition page. There's also links to my email and my appointment scheduler in the class under library resources. So good luck on your assignments, and please contact me if I can help.